Hello and welcome to Katrinas Creations. This is our Saturday edition. If you missed yesterday's video, it was on helping me to pick my next sweater project. So if you missed that video, you can click the link right here. That will take you over to it, and you can vote and tell me which sweater colors, like yarn package, you think I should go with next for my next sweater project. So I hope you all have had a good new year. It's been a rough week around here for me. If I'm not as baby perky as normal, it's been a little rough. Some of you know my father was suffering from Alzheimer's and had had it for quite a few years. And the last 2 weeks have been kind of a roller coaster with his health. And he did go to be with the Lord on Tuesday of this week. So my dad was a born-again Christian. I know where he's at. So we have that peace. We know where he's at. I know he's better. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to come out and share that with you guys, but you know, you all are my friends, so there's that. So I've been concentrating on my hexies this week, and I got a good enough variety that I was able to connect together 3 rows. So I have another section that is 9 rows that I had put together, but it was getting kind of bulky to work on. So I think I'm going to work in sections of like maybe 6 to 9 rows at a time. And then once it's all done, then I'll connect them all together, because otherwise it was getting heavy. And like I said, very awkward to sit it on my lap and work on it, where this is a little bit more doable. So we have this part of the project. That's my crochet this week. And then my knitting. You'll get a laugh out of this one. At least I looked at it and thought, what does this remind me of? The pattern I'm doing is actually one of my designs. It's called Keeping You in Stitches. And the yarn that I am using is a green. I'll hold it up and show you in just a minute. But the green is Barocco Vintage Sock Hand Paint. And it is a fingering weight. It is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 80% or 8% nylon. And there's 437 yards in it, and the color is called Emerald Dream. So this is what that color looks like. And I'm holding it backwards. There we go. Let's show the right side of the project. So there is that. The other yarn that I am using, that actually, when they were sitting next to each other, really looked good together because they share the same green. However, I haven't gotten to the green yet. You'll see what I mean in a moment. This particular yarn is called Echoes Gusto Wool. There you go. And I got this yarn up in Glastonbury, Connecticut, South Glastonbury, Connecticut, back in the fall. This does not have a color name. It has a color number, which is 1520. It's made in Turkey. I have 2 skeins of this. And does it say how much yardage? There's 440 yards per skein. And it is also I said fingering weight. It's also a sock weight, just like the other one. It is 80% merino, 20% nylon. And both of these are a super wash. So now let me show you the pattern. This is, like I said, Keeping You in Stitches. My idea with this, because I've got yardage to do it with, is to knit it like the regular way the pattern is written, and then knit backwards. So I basically am doubling the size of the shawl. Sue Lothar, one of the viewers here, did it with a white or an ivory color yarn, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and it made a really good sized shawl. So that's my idea, but here's what it looks like so far. I haven't decided if it looks like the Grinch, which it has kind of Grinchy colors, or if it looks like I'm assembling a taco salad, because we got green like lettuce, red like tomatoes, and we've got red onion colors. Not quite the look I was going for, but as you can see, this is the yarn I'm pulling from. You can see that there is green down in here. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm getting ready to get into some gold. So yeah, so I will be ready for Cinco de Mayo. This will go really well. But yeah, it wasn't quite, it doesn't look the same as it looked when it was in the skein. But anyway, let me hold this up so you can see the stitches better. This is a pattern. It's available over on Lovecrafts. Like I said, it's one of my patterns. So it starts at the point here, and it has like a little edge all the way along here, little eyelet edge. This is garter, and then you get into this little textured pattern here, and then it goes up to there. It does a little teeny bit of a stripe, and then it gets into these little holes. You can see them there. And then it gets into this kind of a wheat type of pattern. If you want to experiment with lace knitting, but you don't want a giant commitment, this is a good one because you only do these little segments for about that far, all the way across. And it has different textures all the way through it. Just not sure what I'm thinking of the color. Now, this particular yarn, which is this yarn here, was actually pretty neat the way it was done if you were knitting socks, because normally when you get a skein of yarn, it is just a plain skein of 400 yards. This one was actually already divided for you, because if you buy a 400 yard skein, then you've got to divide it yourself to get 2 socks out of them, keep them even. This was already divided for you. It's bundled as if it's one skein, but when you take it apart, you can see that it's actually 2 skeins that are, you just clip the little binder that's keeping them apart, and you have 2 equal skeins to pull off of that you can then wind, that you can knit 2 socks at a time or 1 at a time, whatever. But yeah, it's a neat idea the way they did it. And I like these colors. I just didn't plan on them quite looking like this when I did it. But anyway, that's what I've got. So that's what I have been working on this week. What have you been working on? Now, I finished the book Gull and Bones. That was by Sally Goldenbaum. I listened to it as an audio book online, and she is part of she does the series called the Seaside Knitters, and I mean, her books are always good. This one was really special in that there was an older gentleman in town who was going to get ready to celebrate his 100th birthday, and he dies, and then they find out somebody murdered him. So then they go out to figure out what happened and who did the dastardly deed. So yeah, so it was a good book. It took a while to get to the murder itself. I was almost halfway through the book before that happened, but or at least a third of the way through. But it was a good book. So I enjoyed all of her series. So that was Gull and Bones by Sally Goldenbaum. Now I have some acquisitions. I have this bundle of yarn. This I got from Mary Maxim. Now I showed this during Vlogmas. I did a segment where I had 5 skeins of this. I thought that was enough, and then I talked to Mary Wanamaker. She sent me an email and said, here's the figures of how much yarn it took me to make the project you're wanting to make with this. And I looked at it and went, oops, I'm almost half of what I'm just a little over half of what I actually need. So I did some figuring, because to make it the size hers is, I'm going to need 9 skeins. So I bought 4 more, and this is the, let me open it up, because I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the yarn. Here we go. This is Bag O' Day Tonal Hues. So it's done by Crystal of Bag O' Day. It is an anti-pilling acrylic. It is very, very soft. It's approximately 280 yards per skein, and I think it's did I say 100% acrylic? Yes, 100% premium anti-pilling acrylic. And the name of this is, it's something with money. Why am I not finding the name? Oh, not for the money, but for the music. Not for the money, but for the music. So there it is. It is a gradient. You can see it goes light to dark. And this is going to be a continuous C2C, but it's a continuous join C2C, and it's made up of like 6 or 8 squares about like this that go together. And the gradient kind of does a lot of light play within the pattern, which is what attracted me to it. So I got this. And then also during Vlogmas, I talked about how sad my Christmas tree looked like and my outdoor decorations. I kind of looked a little Grinchy this year. There's a little bit of other things going on. As I told you at the beginning of the video, I was like, oh, I just didn't have time to deal with it this year. But I decided I was going to up my game for next Christmas. So I bought some stuff. I bought a new tree skirt, because the tree skirt I crocheted a couple years ago doesn't quite cover the fake stand at the bottom, and so the legs stick out. So I think if I put this new tree skirt around it and then drape the crochet around it, it'll make it look nice. And you know I love my blue and white, so it is blue and white. Kind of looks like a lot of the china in my house that is blue and white. So I got that, and I got some little snowflakes, and I have some snowflakes on order that should be coming in. We'll do them together when they come in, because they're beaded, and you bead these little snowflakes for ornaments. So I'm going to make some of those. And then I found these cute little things. These are wood. Let me hold them up here. They're wood. They come with like a little hemp rope that goes through here to tie them, to use them as ornaments. But I'm not going to do that. Let's see, there's the one teapot. Here's the other teapot. And then there is a teacup, and I didn't bring the plate in. But I thought these would be cute to use a crochet hook. I have some yarn that is blue like this, and crochet like a hanging garland type of thing. And I'll just use a small crochet hook to pull the yarn through this little teeny hole right here. I'll use like a 0.7 millimeter hook, and I'll pull the yarn through there and just crochet them into it. And then I thought it would look really cute to hang it. Over here is my, let me turn it here. That is my china cabinet. And so I thought it'd look really cute if I kind of drape some of them across here. So that's my one idea. And then I have a wreath that I bought at a yard sale 30 some years ago. I think I paid $3 or $4 for it, but it's a really good quality wreath. I mean, when it was new, it was probably a $50 or $60 wreath. But it's showing its age. It needs a little revamping. It doesn't look horrible, but it just needs a little Shazam to it or something. I don't know. It just needs, I'm ready for it to look a little different. I wanted to match the colors in my house a little bit better. So I bought some ribbon to replace the, right now there's like a gold color ribbon on it with woven, I'm looking at it now. It's got blues and greens and golds and reds in it. I want to go more the colors I have my living room in. So these are wired ribbon, and they're not the same. They're slightly different. So I'm going to use some of this, and then I bought some of these little, they're little sparkly balls. I'm going to put those together in bunches and kind of tuck those in. And then the wreath has pine cones and it has like dried pomegranates on it and things. So I think I can save those, and it has some gold on it too, like some gold holly. I'm not sure if I'm going to reuse that or not. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing to it, but I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit for next year so it'll look a little bit nicer. So those are the acquisitions that I've gotten in the past week. Now, one other thing, if you also remember during Vlogmas when I was talking about my decoration chaos, I was talking about how the flowers kept falling off of my tree. I had some glittery poinsettias that I'd gotten, and they were real pretty, except every time they fell on the floor, they threw poof up on all the sparkly glitter all over the place. My floor still got glitter on it. I got to move the sofas and vacuum behind it. I just took the Christmas stuff down the other day. I need to do a major clean to get all of the glitter up off the floor. It looks like Tinkerbell exploded on my floor right now, so I need to fix that. But anyway, I had mentioned in there that I had heard that if you had something that had a lot of glitter, if you sprayed it with hairspray, that it was supposed to help the glitter stay in place better. I tried it on my tree. I sprayed every one of the poinsettias and let it sit for about a half an hour till it was good and dry, and then I took them off the tree. No poofy glitter going anywhere. So I can safely say it does work. You just want to make sure you get that hairspray on there evenly and then just let it sit and dry. The whole living room smelled like a beauty parlor, but you know, it was no glitter all over the place. So yeah, so it does work. So just a little FYI there if you've never heard about doing that. I had heard it, never tried it, but I can attest to it, it does work. So now it's time for, now in our come and get it section today, I'm getting my cheat sheet out because I can't see that far to read what my writing says. We have all of the links to the sales I'm talking about are down below in the description box. Just click the bold word more and they're all listed alphabetically. And if there's a coupon code needed, I put it in down there as well so you don't have to remember it. The first is Lovecrafts. Lovecrafts is having their big January sale where they have up to 50% off. So that is their big January sale. Mary Maxim, which is where I got green yarn here, and they have other shades of this too. I think Mary did hers when she made it. She didn't use this particular yarn, but she used a gradient blue that was real pretty. It was called Scuba. I think she got hers from Lion Brand. Not positive, but I think that's where it came from. But anyway, Mary Maxim has 25% off all blanket and Afghan kits. That sale ends on Sunday, which is the 4th. So 25% off all of blankets and Afghan kits. Lion Brand, 25% off yarn and kits plus double points if you use the coupon code 25JANDP. So that is Lion Brand, and double points. The points are accumulated if you sign in to your account. It's free to set up an account with Lion Brand. If you sign into your account and you buy anything, you earn points for each purchase, which you can then use to turn in for discounts off of future purchases. So in this case, the coupon's going to work for double points, so you get double the amount of points that you normally would. And then lastly, we have Knit Picks. Knit Picks is offering up to 40% off of their luxury yarns. And then they also have their yarn of the month, which is 20% off, and that is their Woodland brand yarn, which is, it looks like it comes in different weights, I think. And it is a merino alpaca viscose blend, which sounds soft. I don't know, I've never tried it. But I know that I saw some of it in, worsted. I saw some of it in, oh, it has little flecks in it. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, you know what I mean. I can't think what it's called. Tweed. There we go. Tweed. Yes, I saw some of it in tweed. And I didn't look too closely beyond that other than looking what the fiber was made up of. So those are the sales that I know about this week. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that little red subscribe button down below. And if you give this video a thumbs up, I really do appreciate it. Friday's video will be telling you all, or announcing to you all, what you all picked for my next sweater project and what pattern I'm going to be using with it. So make sure you tune in on Friday to see if your vote was for the winning pick of yarn. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have not, as I'm filming this, I have not looked to see what's winning at this point. So yeah, we'll look at that together, and I'll tell you what pattern I'm going to make with it. So that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to check out further videos that I've made, you can click the links over in here somewhere. And I will see you again on Friday. Bye, everybody.